Okay, so that's how you'd set up, that kind of pool. And then there's gonna be some options. So remember, like I said, for that type of pool, ZFS set, you're gonna want to set your special small block size. And the other thing you want to do is a ZFS set, and you're gonna want to set your record size, right? Your record size, and you're gonna want to make sure your record size is set. Another thing too, you're gonna want to make sure your primary and secondary cache are on, and you're going to want to make sure your real A time right here. This is how frequently your last access files get their timestamp updated. So real A time, if you're on a server and you want your logs and everything to be dated properly when it comes to like files, when it comes to your file system infrastructure and its layout, then you're going to want to have your real time. And I mean like when you're listing directories and stuff like that, and your access and modification times. So this will take an impact on some of your latency and your IO. So you'd want to go ahead and either set this off for performance or film are actually on. So that's a semi-important one. Sync, keep it on standard. It's not worth risking your data. Keep sync standard. Just keep it like that, trust me. A time, this is your access time. You can either turn your access times on or off. It's essentially the same thing as real A time is a step up from A time. Just think of it like that. ACL inheritance, this is pass through. Now, if you're wanting your everything to be as fast as possible, then what I recommend doing is I'd recommend a smaller dnode size. I'd recommend Xadder SA. So this is extended attributes, and what this is doing is this is keeping like what would you say, a smaller attribute kind of list for files. So there is some benefits you have for being able to list more file attributes, and sometimes it gives certain applications different features and stuff like that. But in general, you don't have to worry about it because most people, they don't even use stuff like that. At least I should say, at least in my opinion. And then your ACL type is see your ACL type right here. I got mine as NFS before, but this is something else. You'd probably want to just like have your ACLs disabled, and pass through would be good. What's another one? Your log bias. Log bias equals latency. In reality, this should probably really be because the latency impact is so minimal. I wouldn't even use latency. I'd actually use thorough. But ZFS set. Mine was set to latency, but yeah, like that. Yeah, I've toyed with that feature a lot, and you can't even tell like hardly any latency impact. At least I can't. Maybe somebody else can. Well, I mean, if you benchmark it, probably could. I can't though. Your overlays, you'd want to keep that off. But that is helpful for stuff like Docker and stuff like that. Your compression, just go ahead and keep that on. LZ4 is, it takes such a minimal load anyway. There's no reason not to have it on, so just keep it on. What's another one? Your dedupe, definitely keep that off unless you have a powerhouse of a system. That is going to cause, massive amounts of memory and stuff being used. And your record size, like I said, set your record size. For me, I'd always set to like 16K or 16K or 8K. That's good across all your data sets, unless you want to get crazy and do a data set for your movies and then your coding and stuff like that. Let's see. Is there anything else I'm missing here? Oh yeah, and if you wanna, so we went over how to go ahead and set up your performance and data. You want to have a mix of your performance, and you want to have a ton of storage at the same time. We went over that. Now let's just go over fast as possible, right? Same setup generally, except Z pool. Let me log into You have another system I can check out? Yeah, in fact I do. Here, this one. I'll get on my server. ZFS status. So if you can tell right here, I have some NVMe Intel SSD drives right there. So I have some Intel SSD drives right there. Now these are in a striped setup. So I know it's not the safest, but they're enterprise, and I was gonna mirror them, but I didn't have enough brackets, so I'm kind of sitting on standby for the brackets. So yeah, that's how that's going right now. Now another thing is if I do zpool stat, I'm gonna clear that out. And if I do yeah, zpool status, yeah, so all these are fine, right? Yeah, they're fine. So anyway, getting into the fastest possible setup, right? So you'd probably want to stripe them. Now if you had some enterprise class drives that you pretty much know aren't going to break unless you have really bad luck, or what's that one movie called, or you stepped into a haunted house or something like that and your drive just breaks, then I don't know what to tell you. So if you run into situations like that, then it would be good to run a mirror setup. Yeah, but otherwise, this anyway. So the point I'm trying to make is when you're doing a performance-based setup, it's gonna be kind of just like the last one, but you're not gonna be adding like your specials, your this, your that, your that. You're just gonna be adding your bona fide NVMe drives, and you're gonna be running them in like a mirror, or you're gonna be running them in a stripe, or just a standard pool. But it's going to be the same setup essentially, except you're not going to be using all those extra features because you're just be doing raw NVMe, and that's pretty much it. When you create the pool, that's pretty much it. So if you want it to be as fast as possible, you're going to want to keep your metadata down, your metadata size down, your attribute access down. You're going to want to keep your throughput up because the latency say doesn't do much anyway. You want to keep your record size at a good midpoint. And what else am I thinking? And you want to have your R pool set up, with matching drives, bona fide raw NVMe, and that's pretty much it. That's about all I can think of to tell you. I'll get all R pool. Let me go through here again. Yeah. And if you want to get really crazy about it, here's something else you can do to get your speed up. You can just I wouldn't recommend it, but you can turn off your compression. You can turn off your checksum. You turn off your checksum, turn off your compression. But if you start going this direction, you might as well be going XFS. Anyway, so yeah, that's it. ACL mode, see discard, snap directory, restricted, ACL inherit. Yeah. So, and you'd want to be turning your attributes off, and your all that other stuff. And yeah, this one needs to be set too. ZFS set log bio SQL stereo purple. Okay, so that's good on that one. That one's good on that one. Yeah, anyway, if you liked the video, you found it helpful. Sorry I was stuttering a little bit. Sometimes my thoughts jump on me a little bit. If you found the video helpful, like and subscribe, buy me a cup of coffee. Send me one of your ex-girlfriends. I'll take that too. Anyway, have a blessed day. Take it easy.